Good evening, everybody. How are we doing? Hello, welcome in. It's Thursday. We're back. We're back with a mysterious new book. Oh, yes, indeed. How are we all doing this evening? Hello, Silva. Hello, Selena. How are we doing? Hello, Colin. How are you? Hello, Nathan. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. How's the music? Oh, Nathan, thank you very much for subscribing for 26 solid months, 23-month streak. Please enjoy your ad-free viewing and, of course, your wonderful emotes. Yes, but here we are. We are very tired. My ADHD. Oh, mate. Oh. And on your birthday as well. But listen, everybody. It's Nathan. Oh, Silver's very tired. My apologies. You and your ADHD is. That's not so great. Music is fun tonight, it's not too loud compared to my voice, is it? It seems quite loud in my ears, but then I'm playing it on, so I'm trying to check what you guys are hearing. If you think it's too loud, let me know, I can turn it down a touch. No, too loud, it is perfect. Lovely. Good. In which case then I will do that, so I can hear less of it. Excuse me. Hello, Kath, how are you? Hello. Grand music voice balance, marvellous. Hey, Stephen, how you doing? Good evening to you. How are you? Kath subscribing as well, 23 months. Thank you, my darling. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Again, also, please do enjoy your ad-free viewing and your wonderful emotes, as always. So, tonight... So, where have we been? Well, we've been off for a couple of weeks now. We were away at UK Games Expo, of course. We bought a bunch of books. We bought this. We bought another hardback of Jonathan's. We bought some Matt Baton books, so we've got those coming up. And you think that would be enough, wouldn't you? But thank you, Stephen. Very much appreciated. I'll take your Jeff Bezos money every day of the week. Much appreciated. Thank you. Please also enjoy your ad-free viewing and your wonderful emotes. So not content with that, Lindsay then went off and bought me another book, which is called Isle of Torment, and is massive. It's huge, but it's all about pirates. So and it's meant to be very fun. There's like 2,222 entries. So yeah, let's yay! But let's put that to one side for now, because that's going up there with the other massive. What was it? The Sword of the Bastard Elf. My God, Steve! Good Lord, hello! Thank you very much for your sub as well. That is indeed a hefty tome. 27 months streets, mate. Good Lord, thank you. Please enjoy your ad-free viewing and, of course, your emotes. So it was an absolutely mad affair at UK Games Expo, to the point where I picked up something and have been flat on my back for a week and a bit. Pirates, can you send me the title on Discord? I need that book. Yes, I will do, Silver. I'll do it after the show if that's okay, and I'll drop you a line later on. Excuse me. So I'm just catching up on Trace saying to Kath that she's still sore, but thankfully not peeing bloody more. Hooray! I'm so pleased with that. Too many Steves in here now. That's two. A very nice birthday meal this evening at the place where we had our first ever date, so I may fall into a food coma. Oh, Nathan, yes, if everybody has time, please, and you haven't already done so today, please wish Nathan a happy birthday in chat, because it is his birthday today. If you couldn't tell, my Twitch name is based on Long John Silver the Ledger. Of course it is, yes. Fantastic. And yes, indeed, as Kath says, that is progress. Thank God the antibiotics have obviously kicked in finally. So, hooray. And there's birthday cakes from Kath. Wonderful. Happy birthday, Nate. Hope you're having a magical day. Yes, indeed. So, we have got the first and exclusive. I say exclusive because I've not seen anybody else do it online yet, apart from when Jonathan did it, a bit of it, with somebody else on another chat, on a podcast. But so we have got an exclusive, because this is not available in the UK until 18th of July, next month. So we've got it a whole 6 weeks ahead of ourselves. And we've got some lovely bits and pieces to go with it. I'm going to flip the cameras, and then you can see what I can see, which is this wonderful book, The Darkness Over Arkham. The first in the Arkham Horror Investigators Gamebooks, of which I've been told there may be more. And that's all I'm allowed to say, because that's all I've been told. There may be more. A commission was placed, but that's as much as he was allowed to tell me. Nathan said, the day has improved considerably as it's progressed, and this is perfectly to round off. Thank you. You're more than welcome. It was really good to meet Jonathan in real life at the Expo. It was, wasn't it? Absolutely fantastic. He's a lovely guy, and Sir Ian Livingston, of course, as well, which we did indeed meet and greet. Jonathan also came down with something very similar to what I have, so presumably we both got it on the Sunday, which is why everybody else is fine. So there was a few things kicking about. About to beat your last record. Keep it up the sport. Well, that's amazing. So I'm just looking at this the mild hype trainy thing here. I don't know if anybody else is due to send in subs. If they can, that'd be great. Also, we should give a shout out to our we got a new follower today. Who was? Where is he? Where are they? They are Tex Turner. Followed 3 hours ago. So thank you, Tex, if you're kicking about. How wonderful to have you here. Please do stick around and hope you enjoy what you see and can come back again and say hello to us. Yeah. Sorry, I just a quick. I just wondered what was going on with my phone there. So yeah, we're going to have a look at Darkness Over Arkham. It's the first of these books. It's based on the Arkham Horror card game, yeah, so it's meant to be really good. I'm looking forward to it. Sorry, bear with me a second. How am I do the thing? I never know how to do these things. Where's me? I'm there. There's that. That's in there. That's where I want to be. I want to do that. And I want to shut me up for a start. That would help. Oh no. Oh, blimey. I was going to do something and now that's just been silly, so I'm not going to do that. I will come back to that later. Sorry, apologies. Right, where are we at? We are looking at the book. Yes, my apologies. You received a golden kappa for 24 hours and a level 1 hype train emote. How wonderful. Have that. Have that, everybody. Ooh. Did he catch it from you or did you catch it from him? Don't know. I think, I don't know, because I saw him late in the day. So I would presume I may have caught it from him and not me. So it gets for kissing strange boys. I would assume that he was in contact with a lot more people than I was, physically, as in handshaking and that sort of stuff. So chances are I probably caught it off him. But let's not. Who knows? Who knows? Who can tell? Anyway, we got the book. On Saturday, Jonathan was signing, so we were able to. So these are 40 exclusive signed editions that were brought over from America specifically for UK Games Expo. So there's only 40 of these signed copies out there at this point in time, of which I've got one, and I think Kath has another. I'm fine now, Silver. Thank you. I'm absolutely fine. It is a kappa, yes, a weird Japanese turtle monster. So obviously I had to get it dedicated. It says, a new god shall arise. There's lots of other stuff available. So the concept of these is very similar to, and the gameplay is very similar to the Marvel multiverse ones that Jonathan was involved in previously. So there we go. So 38, the 38 other books out there. So 5% of the books that were brought over went to people in the stream. So There we go. That's nice, isn't it? Okay, so it's very straightforward in that we have the choice of 3 characters to start with. You can play Agnes Baker, the waitress, who has a willpower of 5, an intellect of 2, a combat of 2, health of 6, sanity of 8, and the associated abilities that come with that. You can have Rex Murphy, the reporter. He has a willpower of 3, an intellect of 4, a combat of 2, a health of 6, and a sanity of 9, and comes with 1 clue already loaded. Or you can be Nathaniel Cho, the boxer. Willpower of 3, intellect of 2, combat of 5, health of 9, sanity of 6. I have had a quick play through just to kind of get my ideas. Baker, they get around. Yes, they do. Rex Murphy sounds interesting. Yes, Rex is the Rex. I started off as Agnes, the waitress. I saw somebody else play when Jonathan did it on the podcast. He got the guy to play as Rex Murphy. Nathaniel, that's a silly name. I'm drawn to Rex the reporter, says Colm. Actually, that's a point. I should probably have some paper to hand to make some notes, of which I will. There, marvellous. I have note paper now. Ha-ha. Okay, so I guess that's our first choice. Are we going to be Agnes, Rex, or Nate? Nathaniel, where's my pencil gone? Oh, it's there. So, A for Agnes, R for Rex, N for Nathaniel. Who have we got? Silver says Rex Murphy sounds interesting. Nathan says Nathaniel, that's a silly name. Cole was drawn to Rex the reporter. Silver would like Rex. Silver would like Rex. High sanity. I've never had that before. Tracy, aka Celine, is voting for the token woman. Okay, that's Agnes. You'll be pleased to know that of the other 3 downloadable characters, I decided not to bother with those tonight. It balances out, so there are 2 more women characters in the downloadable content and 1 male character. So there are 3 male, 3 female, ultimately. So there we go. Sorry, all I can think of when I hear the name Agnes is the Billy Connolly sketch where he's pretending to be the lioness attacking the wildebeest. Agnes. There we go. Better than Agnes Brown off of... Yes, indeed, yes. When you were talking about catching stuff off of people, I had Tom Lerner's I got it from Agnes in my head, so that seems like a sign. A book with DLC. Yes, indeed, yes. I don't watch that shite. So, who's voting for what, then? So, we've got 1 for Agnes, 1 for Rex. I think the Agnes may have it. So Nathan's going for Agnes. Yep. Silver's voted for X. Yep. I take it Steve. We'll go Steve and Steven. Steve, you voted for. You're going with the Agnes. I take it. Cole's going with Rex. Okay. Steven's going with Rex. Steve's going with Agnes, yep, so that's 3 apiece. Well done, everybody. Kath, who did you go for? Okay, Kath's going for Agnes as well. Is that right? So that's 4, yes. It's 4 to 3. Okay, so Agnes has it, so we're going with Agnes Baker. Or Ma Baker, if you would like to. Looks like... Oh, no. I think we're fine. I think we're fine, Nathan. Unless anybody wants to argue with me. I think Agnes has it. No. We're going to go with Agnes then this time round. Sorry, folks. So, Agnes, the waitress. We'll pop these over here for a future date. Okay. So, she has a willpower of 5, a health of 6, a sanity of 8. That's good. Senga is in. Senga is in, yeah. Intellect of 2 and combat of 2. Now, when I played Agnes before, with these stats, I beat somebody in a fight, so absolutely fine. 0 resources, 0 clues, and no doom currently. Excuse me. Her starting items are the Heirloom of Hyperborea, which is if you succeed in a test using your willpower, gain a +1 resource. Show everyone a fancy new dice. Oh well, there is these fancy new dice, which is my new D6. They're dodecahedron D6s, so you get twice as much chance of rolling a 6. Twice as much chance of rolling any other number as well, but twice as many chances of rolling a 6, so I'm quite pleased with that. And they roll well. They have rolled well whilst I have played with them. But tonight will be a choice. I also got dodecahedron D4s as well. So 3 chances of rolling a 4. So that's good. So but we use those for the Terratome stuff. So there we go. There are the new dice. So abilities. Major abilities: Sorcerer. Once per adventure, you may use your willpower instead of your combat in a fight or test. That's once per adventure. So that's at some point you can use that instead. Other abilities are Mystic, Sorcery, and Arcane Studies. Remember, these are the things that are in square brackets and curly brackets and things like that. They keep telling us. I'll read through it in a minute, but you'll get the gist of it. Major weaknesses are Dark Memories. Each time you spend a clue, roll a dice. On a roll of a 1, Agnes loses -1 sanity. Agnes takes -1 sanity. So obviously, at the moment, she's relatively sane. But the more we play, the more that reduces. The more insane she becomes. Yes, you see where this is going. Her other weakness is that she is haunted. So, haunted, dice rolls, the works. That probably... there will be stuff that we will add as we go. Oh yes, I meant to say, but also with the book, we got a lovely postcard, which lists some other Aconyte, Arkham-based books. Have you been reading Nathan's joke books? Oh, Kath. No, she's not a sorcerer, she's a pastomancer. And of course we then got little bookmarks in the form of each of the 3 investigators and all of their stats. So they're like portable stat blocks, which is quite nice. So yeah, nice little add-ons that there. So, Arkham then. Shall we begin? Excuse me. So, as we know, this is another... you resemble that remark, yes. It is the height of the Roaring Twenties, a fresh enthusiasm for the art, science and exploration of the past have opened doors to a wider world and beyond. And yet, a dark shadow grows over the town of Arkham. Alien entities known as Ancient Ones lurk in the emptiness beyond space and time, writhing at the thresholds between worlds. Occult rituals must be stopped, and alien creatures destroyed before the Ancient Ones make our world their ruined domain. Only a handful of brave souls with inquisitive minds and the will to act stand against the horrors threatening to tear this world apart. Will they prevail? Well, we shall find out. Not much artwork in the books, which somebody complained about, which was a bit ridiculous. Yes, indeed, Call of Cthulhu. I don't think it needs it. None of the Marvel multiverse books have got any major artwork in them. Doesn't need it. It's what the mind is for. Welcome to Arkham. By entering the pages of the Investigator's Gamebook, you've taken on the role of one of the brave investigators driven to uncover the truth behind the strange goings-on in the legend-haunted city of Arkham. A Gamebook is both a book and a game. The choices you make, as well as your succeeding tests of willpower, intellect and combat, will determine the route you travel through the book, deciding victory or defeat in your attempts to unravel the sinister mysteries within. If you've played other adventure game books, you'll be familiar with the concept, but this is Arkham, and a few things are a little different. So you want to read over the next couple of pages before your investigation begins. Unlike most other kinds of games, you don't need to learn all the rules before you start to play, but you should embrace what it means to be an investigator to the fullest. Please feel free, if you have a pen and paper at home, to make notes and shout them back at us. Take notes of names, locations, and anything else that might prove advantageous to you or your adventure. Some clues are obvious, whilst others are obscure. If you're new to this type of adventure or simply eager to begin, you have the choice to bypass some of the following instructions and leap right in. However, the book presents the choices you'll be required to make and the tests that you will face as you go along. However, if you're curious to understand the further complexity, there are just a few things you will need before you start, and additional pointers will prove useful to know.
And additional pointers include...
Good evening, Jason.
The cat.
The cat. The cat. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, the cat.
He's like, why am I here? Another thought in his head, that brain.
Henry's meow, Henry's meow, he wants to know Henry's meow.
No thought behind those eyes.
No. And none behind Indy's either. Right. Good night, young man.
Peace, good night.
Ah, that's so good. What? No, Bubbles. No, Bubbles. Sleep well, gorgeous. See you in the morning.
See you in the morning. Good nighting.
Night, stream, Catherine.
No night. Love ya.
Has anybody seen? Look at her. Oh, hold on. I can't do it. It's that ghoul behind. Whoa! It's the ghoul again. He's back. We haven't had him for a while, so it's quite nice. Tracy says, "Go to bed, you attention-seeking muppet." Jason, I think. Everybody says good night, child. Right, what you will need beyond the invasion of small children and animals, you need some ordinary six-sided dice. A couple is plenty, which we have, of course. You will also need something to keep track. The cat is super cute. Black cat's the best. Oh, Cass says to say hello to you too as well, Lindsay. And Steve's going exclamation mark child query. Thank you, Silver. He is one of two. He is the son of Storm. He is the son. Indy is the son. Storm is the mother. She is half his size. And as a what would she be? Sort of black and silver and red. We met the cat in person a couple of times. He is awesome. He's also very large. Right, here we go. You need something to keep track of your investigative progress. You can use and photocopy if you wish the character sheet on page 283. I shall flip back to here because then you can see it. The character sheet on page 283. The sheet of wonders. A notepad or a piece of paper. This is over here. All of these you can get from the Aconyte website. You'll find something to write with, and as your investigators can both acquire and lose clues, resources, health, sanity, items, and abilities. Most importantly, you'll need to choose the investigator whose role you will be playing. Well, we've done that. We've chosen the investigator. We've got all that set aside. We've got the character sheet. Skills, willpower, intelligence, and combat. Enter the combat. Each investigator has 3 skills. Throughout the adventure, these will change. Blah, blah, blah. We can test them. Health and sanity are the 2 game stats describing your investigator's current physical and mental well-being. Like skills, are represented by a number and tend to go down as the adventure goes on. In fact, they can even go negative, although they can also go up. A lower health and sanity score will negatively impact your chances when faced with various challenges, and once these stats dip below 0, however, things will be continuously affected, and we urge you to reference your character sheet to account for those impacts. Try not to lose your mind, if you please. Silver's used to large cats. Freddy's a huge Maine Coon. Ooh. Abilities and weaknesses. Oh no. What's happened? Please don't crash. Please don't crash. OBS is doing something weird and I can't respond. I will come over here and do this. I will allow that there. There we go. So I don't know why. I will just keep going and hopefully... Oh, it's a bit jittery. Yeah, it's a bit jittery. That's alright. Why is this going mad? That's fine, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Everything seems fine. It's not the tabs tonight. That's literally just as I went to click on something on OBS, it's hung. Well, it's not hung. It just says it's not responding, but it's still streaming. Hey Sam, how you doing? It already has low insanity. Yes, indeed. This is a bit bizarre. I don't quite know what's going on. Let me check. Let me check. I did just reboot yesterday, so yeah. OBS Studio is not a happy bunny. What is it doing?
Spiraling into the air
No.
is an old crumbling tower.
No, it's not. We don't want that. Why is that 100%? That is very odd. Right, tell you what, if I respond slow, it's because I'm making a sailor's ditty bag pattern for my D&D character. No worries. The stream can never end now. Yes, that's actually a good point. I can't switch it off. The tabs are fine. It's not the tabs. It is actually OBS today. OBS is running high disk. Right, tell you what. I'm going to reboot. I'll reboot OBS. I will be back in a second. Hang tight. Pausing for now. And we're back. There we go. Hello. Exactly. That was my point, Kath. It wasn't. It wasn't even hanging. There was no drop frames, no lag, no nothing. It's just it. OBS was not a happy bunny. So I don't know. Very strange. Very strange. Anyway, let's carry on. So I was about to just press the button. You see that was on. We're fine. Okay. Abilities and weaknesses then. They represent special aptitudes and limitations peculiar to your chosen investigator. Most investigators start with a small number of each. So I'm subject to my poor listeners to stars and 45 in one day. Should I hand my hand? Should I hang your head in shame? No, you should not. You should not. Carry on. The abilities and weaknesses are represented by keywords which don't do anything in of themselves, but may trigger bonuses or penalties or other effects depending on the challenges you encounter during the adventure. You don't need to memorise your investigative abilities and weaknesses. Instead, when an entry mentions an ability or weakness, you should check on your character sheet to see whether or not the effects described apply to you. So basically, it's fine. Doom. The deepening mysteries and the consequences impact not just you, but the world around you. As Arkham strains against the darkness, plotting to envelop it, the state of the environment shifts accordingly. Doom will appear as you further unravel the mystery contained within, representing a worsening state for humanity, but a more favourable one for the creatures and ancient ones influencing Arkham. Obtaining Doom is most unadvisable. Try not to hand the universe over to the eldritch beings. Number one. It's even rarer. That means you have to read out the full title as printed on the label. That's very true, Steve. Yes, yep. Sam, you will have to read out all 38 artists. You'll love it. It's good fun. Right, items are exactly what you expect. Various objects your investigator may carry with you or pick up along the way. For example, right now you have your pencil and your 6-sided dice. These items are keywords without any special properties, but may prove useful in certain situations over the course of the adventure. Most investigators possess one starting item, which in our case is the heirloom of Hyperborea. Represents an especially useful or cherished personal possession that can be found on the investigator's profile, which also provides you with a special rule that may prove useful at points in the adventure. As mentioned, other objects can be found and collected during your investigation as you journey, but you might stumble across other items on your journey that, unless they are noted in square brackets like your pencil, alas, cannot be picked up. Not to do that, hiding away from Captain. Good, I'm pleased to do this. Record items that you can pick up on your character sheet, but slightly caution, some items may be useful, others may not. Clues and resources. As an investigator, you are hopefully going to uncover lots of clues along the way, as well as picking up resources that can help you. Does that say? Oh, no, that's right, it's fine. Investigators begin with 0 clues and 0 resources, but can acquire them over the course of the adventure. When you acquire a clue or resource, add a tally mark to the relevant box in your character sheet. Blah blah blah. Shall we begin? I think we shall. So we've picked Agnes. We know no more. We don't need to worry about that. So, Agnes. I'm on the Linux laptop, which is an awkward keyboard. Bear with me. Sam, you're absolutely fine. We're just literally going to start. Heirloom of hyperbole makes you prone to exaggeration. It's very true. Agnes. It is the end of another long, hard shift at the diner, but working as a waitress at Velma's remains the perfect cover for you. It means you can pursue any threads that might provide you with more information about your past life as a powerful sorcerer, and allows you to continue the battle your former self started, fighting the machinations of the myriad eldritch powers that would see Arkham destroyed. Some of the diner's clientele would probably be shocked to learn that the town's history of witchcraft and strange goings-on was the reason you moved to Arkham. Some, but not all. Velma's is, after all, a hotbed for gossip and rumour-mongering relating to Arkham's dark underbelly, and your nightmares concerning black-robed figures intoning chilling incantations have only worsened in recent days. Turn to 1. Velma's Diner is a popular hangout in the town of Arkham. You may have guessed that now. It provides precisely what its clientele expects of a diner: hot coffee, hearty home-cooked food, and a place to rest out of the wind and rain. But it's not the kind of place you can stay forever. Through the windows in the world beyond the diner, you can see the sun creeping towards the fir-lined hills to the west of Arkham. It's time for you to leave. You begin gathering your things when a raised voice takes hold of your attention, and your eyes lock on one of the booths where 2 older people are sitting. One is a grey-bearded man, whilst the other is a thin, spiky woman, her silver hair cut into a severe bob. Their clothes are not only befitting of their advancing years, but also suggest that they are of an academic persuasion. It's not as good as Tom's Diner, no, you're quite right. You know the type well. There are plenty to be found in Arkham. As if aware that their heated exchange has drawn your gaze, the woman gives you a caustic stare before lowering her voice and resuming her intent discussion with the man. You may not be able to hear what she is saying, but from her body language, the way she leans forward, her shoulders hunched, one index finger stabbing at the air, it is clear that she is unhappy about something. I don't know why, but Arkham is giving me Sandman vibes. I'm seeing this as the diner from 24 Hours. Okay. As if the man, on the other hand, has assumed an aloof attitude towards their exchange and seems to say barely anything in response to the woman's tirade. Between them are 2 empty mugs and a plate smeared with grease. The uncleared crockery is attracting flies that always seem to manage to sneak into the diner through the open doors and windows. However, their presence seems unusual at this time of year. One scuttles about the table, no doubt dining on the scattered sugar crystals that dust the melamine surface. As you watch, you become hypnotised by its unpredictable jittering dance and are startled when the woman slams a hand down on top of it in a moment of impassioned anger. Not as good as Ed's Funky Diner. Also true. As the man mutters something back at her, she pulls her hand back and in the blink of an eye puts her fingers to her lips as if passing something to her mouth. The action happens so quickly, you wonder if it was all in your imagination. But when you glance back at the table, the fly has gone. You feel a strange twist in your stomach. You have been exposed to unexplainable strange behaviour before, and it never ends well. No matter how peculiar the town of Arkham is, it is still your home, and you feel compelled to protect it no matter what. But did you really witness the old woman eating a fly? Your ruminations on what you did or did not see are the matter of a fleeting second as the woman abruptly stands. Clearly, whatever the old man said has drawn things to a conclusion. She storms out of the diner. Mere moments later, having deposited a crumpled dollar bill on the table, the man follows, but you do not get the impression that the woman will have waited for him. She's a lizard person. Yes, we've all seen V. It's only after the couple have left and the diner doors are swung shut behind the man that you notice a notebook lying on the floor next to the booth where the pair was sitting. It's nothing like the notepads used by those who wait tables at the diner to take customers' orders, so you can only assume one of the academics must have dropped it. Without drawing attention to yourself, you approach the table and crouch down to pick up Dr. Blaine's notebook. This is an object, and we may take it. Flicking through it, you see that the pages are filled with handwritten notes in a language you don't understand. Do you wish to take a moment to study the jotter more carefully? Or do you wish to leave the diner in pursuit of the academics and return the notebook to its rightful owner? So, read or pursue. R to read, P to pursue. And I will note down that we have Dr. Blaine's notebook. Study more carefully, says Kath. R. Read, says Silver. Yes. Perhaps she will find. So 2 requests to read so far. Nathan would like to read the book as well. Let's just move some stuff around here. Give myself a little bit more space. Heck and investigate, says Steve. Yep. Cool. Right, let's read it then. 45. And so the adventure begins. Ha ha ha. Let's see how far you got compared to what I did within a sort of semi around about the same amount of time. The jotter is filled with esoteric scribblings, executed in careful hand, but as unintelligible as they are beautifully written. Some pages are covered in picture script, but like nothing you've seen before, whilst others bear line after line of what looks like mirror writing, but which, when reversed, still makes no sense. And then there are the drawings. One appears to be that of a curious vessel shaped like a giant cicada and covered in more of the curious pictograms. Others appear to be anatomical illustrations, but of things composed of malformed claws, distended jaws, and too many eyes. Did I die when I tried it? No, I've not died yet, Kath. Not died yet. No, I found a dead body, though. And a thing. And I got a claw. Others a bit... no, we don't die. Just looking at the crude images make you feel uneasy, as if one of those hideous things is reaching out to lay a claw on you even now. You tell yourself you're being silly, but glancing over your shoulder anyway, just in case. Take -1 sanity and +1 clue. Oh no! Our sanity is at 7. But we have 1 clue. Too many eyes, and the pictures AI generated. Very possibly. But no, you see now, that's the thing. So, Jonathan got a 1-star review in Amazon for this from somebody who went, the book's okay, but there's no pictures. You could have maybe generated some using AI. 1 star. It's like, fuck off. If the book needed images, Aconyte would have put them in. It's not Jonathan's decision to put the images in. It's Aconyte's. They paid for the book. It's like, for fuck's sake, people in the bloody AI-generated rubbish. Anyway, moving on. Not that I'm bitter. You dread to think what secrets the notebook contains. But you still feel an overwhelming urge to find out more, if only because of the strange behaviour exhibited by the arguing academics. And you will remain ignorant of the truth unless you can find somebody to help you decide to decode the symbols within. And when you think of arcane symbols, there is only one place that springs to mind. The Oldie Magic Shop in Uptown. Ooh. New idea for a website to rate your adventuregames.com, yes. I don't like what... No, exactly. So, if you want, you can take Dr. Blaine's notebook to the Oldie Magic Shop in Uptown, or do you wish to chase after the academics in order to return the notebook to its rightful owner? So, U for Uptown, or P to pursue. If I David has left the chat. Oh, poor lad. Poor Father David. P to pursue, says Silver. What's the quote from Alice in Wonderland? What's the use of a book without any pictures? Possibly. Books without pictures are perfectly fine. I have no problem with them whatsoever. So what are we going for? Are we pursuing the academics? Pursuing, says Nathan. Yes, Nathan's catching up. The Lord of the Rings book didn't have pictures, and it's a great book. Good point. Most of my... Not that you can see them, but most of the books on that shelf over there don't have any pictures in them whatsoever. Well, the options again, I was busy slagging off Amazon reviewers. Either we can take the book up to the Ye Olde Magic Shop in Uptown to see if we can decipher it, or we can pursue after the academics in the hope of returning the book or finding out more. That's what our sister governors at start. Ah, yes. P for... So Kath would like to pursue as well. So we've got 3 for pursue and nobody wants to go uptown. Quite right. And Steve will go uptown just because he can. Because he likes uptown funk. And it's the opposite of downtown. Right, well, we're 3-1, so I think the pursuing the academics has it, I'm afraid. So we're going to number 75. Note 35 more. Jonathan has employed a number of different tacks on this one, on Tango. At some points, he has split things up by 20, sometimes 30. You're looking for an uptown girl. Oh, well, fair enough. 75. You may not get one tonight. As I say, you may have to go downtown. Having already packed away your personal possessions, you exit the diner. It is late afternoon and there is an uneasy chill in the air. Looking left and right along the street, you catch sight of the 2 academics walking away from each other in opposite directions. Opening the notebook again, in the hope that it might provide you with inspiration regarding who to follow, you see something written inside the front cover in the top right-hand corner of the first page. Property of Dr. Blaine, Zoology Department, School of Life Science, Miskatonic University. So do you wish to follow the older gentleman, or do you wish to try and catch up with the lady? G for gent, L for lady. I hope she's been living in an uptown world if she's uptown. Now she's looking for a downtown man. Who is the owner of those 2? Who is the owner of those 2? Well, presumably, the property is the property of Dr. Blaine. As I say, it's Dr. Blaine's notebook. The lady could be a doctor. Well, they're both academics. G, says Steve. They're less angry than the lady. L, says Nathan, to follow the lady. G, says Silver. So we're going to follow the gentleman. I suppose that's the problem. We don't really know who the owner is. The lady could be... Yeah, no, absolutely. They're both academics. I believe they're also both doctors. But that's from later on in the book. Shh, don't spoilers. Oh no. So 2 to follow the gent, 1 to follow the lady. Any more for any more? Any more? Kath is undecided. Not a doctor. Who's not a doctor? How do you know she's not a doctor? What's going on there? Go away. It's annoying me. Right. 2 G's and 1 L. So we'll go with the G's then, shall we? We'll follow the gentleman, the older gentleman, 197. The music's really creepy. It keeps me thinking I hear something in the room here. You said L! Oh no! In which case then it's a draw. It's a draw. My apologies. Oh, sorry, as in the lady, she could be a doctor too. Right, I'm sorry, Kath, I misinterpreted. In which case then, it's 50-50. So, anybody else kicking about? Who's still here? Who's not voted? Colm, I guess. Colm hasn't voted for a while, if he's still about. I think we've lost Sam. Tracy's dropped off. Sorry, I should have put a comment. No, you're absolutely fine. You're absolutely fine. That's me. That's just me. I assumed that was. I thought you were referencing the fact that you thought that the lady could also be a doctor too. Yes, and I didn't understand. That's me. That's on me. Colm's here. Hello, Colm. Would you like to follow the lady or the gentleman, Colm? You have the deciding vote, my friend. Tracy's knitting. She says L. Okay, there we go. Colin, what do you fancy? Right, there we go. Woo, excellent, good. Now this is new territory for me, because I followed the gentleman. Let's follow the lady then. 98, nice. Scratch that out, we're going to 98 instead. Woohoo! Fun times, because I didn't really follow this track. You set off in pursuit, but before you can catch up with her, the woman hails a taxi cab. You can call out, but you entreaty for her to stop as lost as the driver revs to check his motor. You can only watch helplessly as she climbs in and the cab pulls away from the sidewalk. The only way you're going to be able to follow the woman now is to hail a ride yourself. Do you wish to hail a cab? Or would you rather change your mind and follow the old man? Hey Matty, how you doing? Welcome in. So, C for cab, G for gent. Actually, I did read through this, and I think I hailed a cab last time. Where are we? What's happening? So, we're playing The Darkness Over Arkham. We've literally just started. We're only about 4 paragraphs in. We've left the diner. Somebody has dropped, Dr. Blaine has dropped their notebook. A man and a woman have left. We've decided to follow the woman. She's literally just jumped into a cab, and our choices are to follow her in the cab or follow the gent. And that's where we're at. So Cass says gent, Matthew wants the gent, Silver says gent, Nathan says gent, right? In which case then, let's quickly try and catch up with the gent and go to 167. Ooh. See, intrigue, because I didn't do that. Cool. A new paragraph for me. By the time you decide to follow the other half of the arguing pair, the elderly gentleman has vanished from view as well. You make your way to the other end of the street as quickly as you can, but you can see no sign of him. He must have gotten a ride too. Damn. You only have one other lead you can follow, and that's to set off for the other side of the river and Miskatonic University. Heading over to 227. Excuse me. By the time you arrive at Miskatonic University, Dusk is falling, and the chill in the air leaches the warmth from your bones. You make your way along paved paths that crisscross carefully tended lawns between the grey stone academic buildings, following signs until you reach the part of the campus where the School of Life Sciences is located. From there you make your way through dimly lit corridors, redolent with the smell of decaying wood pulp and tobacco smoke, until you find yourself in a corridor at the top of the building, standing before a walnut-panelled door. Secured to the door is a brass name plaque, Dr. D. Blaine, Department of Zoology. Lying on the carpet floor of the corridor is a handkerchief. Bending down, you pick it up and see that it bears the embroidered monogram DB. Would you wish to add the handkerchief to your character sheet? Yes or no? Wouldst thou care to add the monogrammed handkerchief to your inventory? Nathan says yes. Sure, yes, yes. Silver says yes, Nathan says yes, it is yes. If it's clean, I believe it is clean. It is, yes. In which case then we will add DB handkerchief. Ooh, intriguing. Right, okay. You knock on the door, which creaks open at your touch. Oh dear. Even though no one welcomes you and you beckons you to enter, you step into the zoologist's study, nonetheless. If Dr. Blaine isn't here, you can leave the notebook for him then. A large mahogany desk... a large mahogany desk dominates the room, which is also crammed with bookcases and glass-fronted cabinets that make the space appear more cramped than it really is. Sat at a chair behind the desk and facing the door, you recognise the grey-haired old man you saw arguing earlier with the spiky woman. Except that he isn't sitting, rather he is sprawled in his seat, with his head thrown back, so that he's staring at the ceiling like this. Dr. Blaine, you say, your voice sounding strangely loud as it cuts through the musty ticking clock stillness of the room. The banging of a window draws your attention from the motionless body to the open aperture beyond you, opposite you beyond the desk. Is he dead? Is he dead? Is he dead? Who knows? Your mind racing, you start to come up with all sorts of questions and possible explanations regarding the scene in front of you. Is Dr. Blaine dead? Did someone attack him and then make their escape through the window? You certainly didn't pass anyone on the way to his office, which lies at the end of a long corridor, and if someone did attack him, why? Where's your skeleton? Not yet. Were they looking for something, and if so, did they find it? You only have a moment to decide what you want to do. Do you wish to check if the old man is still alive? Run to the open window, or search the study for clues? C to check, W for window, S for search. C for check, W for window, S for search. Check, check. So 2 for check to see if he's still alive. 3 for check to see if he's still alive. 4 to check if he's still alive. 5, 6, 7. Everett right. Check to see if he's still alive. 10. Okay. No. Check pockets. You're pleased to find that your pocket is raided in the Czech Republic. It doesn't help you any, but that's the way it goes. Moving on. Warily you approach the body, the man doesn't move, and you feel an icy sensation creep down your spine. Is he dead? His eyes are closed, and you cannot see any obvious signs that he's breathing. However, neither can you see any obvious signs of injury. You know there are some conditions that can give the appearance of death whilst the person remains alive. Perhaps this is the case here. You hope so. Steeling yourself, you reach a hand towards his exposed throat and press the tip of your fingers against his neck. The skin feels cold and clammy. You cannot make out a pulse. Suddenly the window bangs again in the wind, making you start, and you snatch your hand away. You doubt there's anything you can do for the man now, but perhaps you could get help, in case there is even the slimmest chance he is still alive. So, do you wish to get help, or do you wish to go to the window? H for help, W for window. Window. Twice the window's been mentioned. Window. Silver wants to go for help. Kath wants to go for the window. Matty wants to go for the window. Steve's going for the window. Nathan's going for the window. I think that that's a wise choice in this case. Sorry, Silver. Right, we're going to go to the window. 52. Ooh. And the music has picked up nicely. The window opens onto a slope of roof tiles. As you peer through it, out of the corner of your eye, you see something that is darker than the encroaching dusk heading towards the ridge of the roof above and beyond the protruding dormer window. Could it be the old man's attacker? Do you wish to risk climbing out onto the roof after whoever or whatever it was you just saw? Would you prefer to check the body, if you haven't already done so? Or would you prefer to search the study in the hope of turning up something that might help you? Ooh, well. C for climb. We've already done the check, I guess. Although something might happen. Is it a skeleton walking around by itself? Oh, is it Batman? No, it's not Batman. Wrong Arkham, I'm afraid. Yeah, climb out the window or search S to search the study. Climb the window. Climb out the window. Cass says climb. Matty says study. Oh no, window. He's going for window. No study. Ah! Oh! Yeah! Oh! Steve's going for search. Oh, okay. Steve's definitely going for search. Cat's gone window. Steve's gone search. C to find the skeleton. Yes. Well done, Sphere. Brave girl. Nathan's going out the window. That's 3-1 and Matty's still undecided. And Silver just doesn't know what to do. In the middle of making things. I love the fact that you guys are sat here making stuff at the same time. Ah, right. So, Matty's finally decided he's going for the study. Well, it's still 3-2. Depending on what Silver decides to do. We may be a rolling of the dice. Or not. I said study! Yes, okay, in which case then it is 3. My apologies. I thought it was 2 questions for study. Two of the same. So, let's roll the dice. If it is... Bites nails, yes. If it is 1 to 3, we go window. If it's 4 to 6, we go check the study. It's a 1! We're going out the window. Ooh. 102. Right. Your heart hammering against your ribs, you grip the window frame and using a footstool to help you climb out onto the roof. You take a minute to steady yourself, trying not to look at the drop to the gravel path that yawns before you, and fix your eyes on the roof ridges instead. Using the projecting dormer window and a drain pipe to aid you, you make careful ascent. Making it to the top, you're relieved to find the ridge itself is 2 foot wide and flat. You are less relieved when you see what waits you there. It is like something out of a nightmare, and you can barely bring yourself to look at it. The thing is vaguely human in form, but its body appears to be emaciated, its skin black and rubbery. However, in other ways the entity is entirely inhuman. A long, barbed tail whips the air behind it, whilst a pair of membranous wings protrude from its shoulder blades. 2 horns sprouting from its head have turned inwards, but worst of all is its face. It doesn't have one! Lose a sanity point! No! We're down to 6. Before you can make sense of what you're seeing, the creature emits an acidic hiss, even though you can see no mouth capable of making such a sound, and launches itself at you, elongated claws outstretched. Less skeleton, more demon. It is Batman! This is going to be a challenging fight, as it's going to be hard to hold your nerve in the face of the monstrosity attacking. You may spend 1 resource at the start of each round to add 2 to your total for the round. We have no resources, so you can't use them. It hissed from its bottom. Yes, it's its man-bat. That's right, it's man-bat. Round 1, roll 2 dice and add your combat and your willpower. Righty-ho then. Oh, I could use... No, that's Nathaniel. That's Rex. Let's use Agnes as our bookmark. Okay, roll 2 dice. Then add your combat and willpower. If you have the secret rights ability, add 1. We do not, sadly. If the total is 12 or more, you win the first round. Right. So willpower and combat are 7. Come on. Oh dear, a man bat bit you. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Damn. Right. We didn't win. We didn't win the first round. Here we go again. 7, 6, and 7, 6, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. Roll two dice, add your combat and your willpower if you have the secret rights. If your total is 13 or more, you win the second round. Yes, we won the second round. We won the second round, turned to 1-3-2. Hooray! Whew. See? It can be done. It can be done. 1-3-2. Well done. During your struggle against the unearthly monstrosity, you somehow manage to snag one of its wings on a roof spike that projects from the edge of the roof where the ridge runs out. The horror gives another sharp hit as it recoils in pain, and as a direct result, loses its balance. Instinctively, it hops from the roof into the air, and normally its wings and the ability to fly would save it, but the spike has clearly done more damage than either you or the beast realised. The torn pinion cannot support it, and as it starts to fall, its other wing tangles within the rage flaps of torn membrane. Up yours, Batman. Yes, or up yours, Man-Bat. The creature plummets over 30 feet to the ground. Tentatively, you crawl to the end of the roof ridge and peer over. You can just make out the contorted form of the creature lying motionless on the ground at the foot of the science building. Well done. Embedded between the roof tiles next to you, where it scrabbled at the roof to save itself, it has left behind a single black talon. Take +1 combat and the ability Agile. Plus also a black talon. Black talon. +1 combat. Going to 3. And the ability Agile. There we go. Your heart racing from your improbable encounter with the faceless creature. As your mind tries to process what you have witnessed, you take in your surroundings and consider your situation. Faceless creatures, kebabs for tea. Splatman! Yes, that's very good. Further along the ridge, iron-grilled steps lead to a fire escape, which would lead you back down to the ground. Alternatively, you could return the way you came and re-enter the seemingly dead academic study. What's it to be? Descend the fire escape, F, or climb back through the window into the study, S for study. F for fire escape, S for study. Congratulations on your first battle, by the way. Well done. Steve would like to go to the fire escape. Fair enough. Nathan is also going to the fire escape. And Matty and Silver heading for the fire escape as well. Excellent. Well done. Good choices. Because might avoid getting arrested. 152. Well done. 152. My common sense says F, but I still want to know what's going on in the study. I know. But to be fair, with everybody else going down the fire escape, there's not much choice, Kath. You descend the black metal staircase at a stumbling run, holding onto the rail the whole way down, and upon reaching the bottom, you find yourself inexorably drawn to the spot where the nightmarish creature fell. Same, yes. As you round the corner of the gravestone building, returning to the scene of the crime, as it were, you hear the crunch of tires and gravel, and the headlights sweep up the end of the building as a pair of police cars pull up outside the science building. As they do so, their headlamps momentarily illuminate the spot where the creature fell. Didn't manage to print a character sheet for Ollie's book. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry. I can. We've got plenty of time. We've got a few. I want to do this for a couple of weeks first, anyway, and then we'll come back to it. So don't worry about it. As they do so, their headlamps momentarily illuminate the spot where the creature fell, and your heart jumps into your mouth. The monster has gone. You immediately spin round, fearing the creature's waiting to ambush you from the shadow, but there's nothing there. However, 4 cops have bundled out of the cars and are making for the main entrance to the building you have just exited. Somebody ate it, yes. Very possibly that. Or it just dissolved. It was sucked down into the ground. Gone. Do you wish to approach the police with the intention of talking to them? Or would you rather not draw attention to yourself and flee the scene? You were hungry, yes. Dematerialised. Well, you know. Eldritch beings? Who knows? Who knows how they come and go? So, would you like to approach the police or flee the scene? So, P for police or F to go away. No, cab. No. It's 1920s, so are they the Keystone Cops? I suppose so. Tastes like chicken. Police or flee, yes, those are the choices. Silver would like to flee, Kath would like to flee, Steve's running away. Run away! Run away! I think a wise choice. Potentially, I mean, it's difficult to tell. There's so many routes you can take. I've started drawing out a flow diagram so how it all hooks together. It's the worst it's the worst mind map I've ever done. Don't trust the feds. Do legs. Yes, good. Right. Well, okay. We're gonna make like a banana and split, as they say. 202. Righty. There we go. That's music back on. I don't like the cops. I'm a rogue after all. Quite right. Quite right. Run, says Cole. Quite right. 202. Keeping to the shadows of large yew hedges and away from any faculty buildings, you make your way through the grounds. Putting as much distance between yourself and the scene of the crime as possible. You're almost certain that Dr. Blaine is dead, but fear that the creature who might have killed him, and certainly tried to kill you, is still alive. Whatever is going on here, you have to get to the bottom of it, if only to prevent yourself becoming a victim of the gaunt, bat-winged night hunter. Make like a sheepdog and get the flock out of there. Absolutely. Not knowing what else to do or where else to go, you set off for Ye Olde Magic Shop in Uptown. There we go, Steve. You get to go uptown after all. Got your funk ready? You're going to give it to her? Here we go. For all its decaying old-world charm, an oldie magic shop, yes indeed, and quaint window displays of horoscopes and tarot cards at Ye Olde Magic Shop of Arkham. And it is, genuinely, Ye Olde Magic Shop of Arkham, by the way. You already got the funk out of there? Oh, I'm sorry, never mind. Hides its true nature in plain sight. Most who find themselves walking past the store have no idea that it is a haven for those practitioners of the esoteric arts, for want of a better phrase. Noise, yes indeed. Get the funk. Is there a stuffed crocodile hanging from the ceiling? Well, we'll find out in a minute. Despite the late hour, the Oldie Magic Shop is still open, and as you enter the establishment, a bell rings somewhere nearby, and hearing clicking footsteps, your attention is drawn to the grey-haired woman who is now standing behind the counter. Your gaze briefly flickers below to the counter's glass cabinets, which are full of esoteric curiosities. She wears a fashionable blouse and slacks, and a startling amount of antique jewellery. Is there a stuffed faceless batwing thing hanging from the ceiling? We'll find out in a minute. Her reputation precedes her. This is Miriam Beecher, the proprietor of the magic shop. Slacks, yes indeed. Can I help you? She asked pleasantly, whilst fixing you with the most piercing eyes. In spite of any fears you might have about letting the others know you're in possession of Dr. Blaine's notebook, you came here specifically to have somebody help you decode its contents. Proffering Miriam the notebook, you ask if she can help you translate what's written inside. She pauses before taking it from you, and then gives a few of the pages a cursory glance. I reckon all her jewellery are protection wards or something, says Kath. Yeah, very possibly. As a rule of thumb, you should not meddle in things you do not understand, she says coldly, that piercing stare of hers unrelenting, especially here in Arkham. You explain that it's a little too late for that, to which she replies, there will be a price to pay. I have money, you tell her. I do not mean money, she says, and you feel a chill creep into your limbs as goose flesh rises on your skin. Do you still desire to discover the truth, no matter what it may cost you? Well, do you? If you decide it's time to leave the old magic shop before you find yourself writing a cheque your body can't cash, you may do so. Alternatively, if you are prepared to pay to gain insight into the contents of Dr. Blaine's notebook, we can do that too. So, is it L to leave or S to stay? And where's my music gone? Yes, I am still listening to it. I have like 500 hours of this to go. Come on. Stupid YouTube. I don't need money. I would take your soul. Stay, 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 stay. Everybody wants to stay. Stay, stay now. You better hope and pray that you'll make it one day back into your own world. Well, that's what happens when you stay. Right, 161. Ho, ho, ho. Nathan, I apologise if there is the occasional thing. Let's move on to some more organ, and let's not have plunky plonky boxes, shall we? I've been keeping my ear out, so if they do occasionally pop up, I'll try and leap past them. Right, we're going to stay, so we're going to 161 then. No matter what it costs you, eh? You must know what secret information is hidden within Dr. Blaine's jotters. Very well. Follow me, says the venerable Miriam Beecher, and she leads you to a back room draped with mouldering curtains and threadbare, gauzy drapes that make you feel like you've been transported into a down-at-heel fortune-teller's tent. No, you've good. I'm pleased you didn't, that's all that matters. She sits down on one side of a small round table and invites you to take a seat opposite her. Take the secret, the fortune-teller. Ooh, secrets. Ooh. I'll write these at the bottom. Secrets. The fortune teller. Okay then. What I'm about to share with you will change you forever. You're obviously starting to get deaf in your old age. No, you're fine. She says, placing Dr. Blaine's notebook between you. Once the door to knowledge has been opened, you will not be able to forget what you discover that lies beyond ever. Are you ready? You nod to confirm that you are, even as you feel the shadows of the corners of the room thicken and swell. Do these symbols appear at all familiar to you? She asks, opening the notebook, seemingly at random. Do we have ancient languages? Sadly, we do not, so we must turn to 231. I've never seen anything like them before, you tell me. I was hoping you might be able to tell me what they are. Take a look at them again, says the owner of the oldie magic shop. Do you see anything there? You stare at the curious sigils until they start to swirl on the page before you. Make a pattern recognition test. Roll one die and add your intellect. You can spend one clue, we have one, to roll 2 die and pick the highest. And if you have the arcane studies ability, which we do, we get to add one as well. So we're looking for 8 or higher. So our intellect is 2, plus our arcane studies is 3. So ideally we need a 5. Do you wish to spend a clue, the one clue we have, to roll 2 dice? Don't trust a book that changes as you read it. Yes. Intellect is 2. Yes, I'm afraid so. Keep the clue, says Matty. I think you're probably wise. Don't use the clue, says Silver. Good. So we're going to go with 1 die and add 3 to the score and hope we get 8 or more. Purple die, because of course that's what we like around here. It's a 4, which is a 7, which is close. Sod the book. Oh, Cassio, spend the clue. See, it's 2 to 1. 2 to 1. Does it? All right. So, okay then. So, here is the question: spend the clue, yes or no? I'm going with what's on the screen so far. Matty says keep the clue. Silver says keep the clue. Cass says spend the clue. Tracy, Steve, Colin, what do you reckon? Nathan? Steve saying yes. Celine says yes. So it's 3 to 2. Colin saying no, keep it. It's 3-all. Nathan, you got the casting vote, mate. At this point in time. I'm with the nose here, right? So, we are keeping the point. Do you wish to... Now that we've made that decision, I will re-roll, because that was unfair to not go with the full majority. So, here we go. 1 die, plus 3 points. 8 or more. It's a 6! It's a 9, that's 8 or more. Well done, democracy. Well done. Total of 8 or more, turn to 248. Pardon me. Well done. Okay, oofed. 249, 248. Here we go. What? That's the wrong... 231 we were wrong, wasn't it? 8 or higher turned to 251. Right, that makes more sense. I was reading a different page, which made no sense to me. Right, here we go. Democracy. Is that not working? Is that not working? Ah, there you go. What happened there, Kath? That was odd. Rolling the die twice has rewritten the book. Right, here we go. So, it almost doesn't look like a language so much as a code, you say. Very good, says your guide to the esoteric. Autocorrect put a space in. Oh, my love, never mind. It is an ancient language. Entire epochs have come and gone since it was first spoken, and its name is unpronounceable to the uninitiated, but the keeper of this notebook can use the letter forms as the basis for a cipher, rather than writing in the language itself. The trouble is, without the key to the code, whatever is written within will remain as it appears now, unintelligible. A key? Turning back to the flyleaf where Dr. Blaine had written where to return the notebook, if found, you focus on the curious symbols written faintly in pencil underneath. You must have only registered subconsciously before, but registering you did. Could this be the key to unlocking the code? Property of Dr. Blaine, Zoology Department, School of Life Sciences, Miskatonic University. Ugh, and then we get this. Turning back to the page, Miriam Beecher was showing that you flip between the two, Miriam exhorting your efforts as you try to discern meaning from the seemingly meaningless. Can you decode Dr. Blaine's notebook? If so, can you see the secrets hidden in plain sight? Do you wish to spend 1 clue to help you crack the code? If not, turn to 271. It says, Tetley mate teabags mate tea. Yeah, that's going to be. It's another one of these absolutely crazy, crazy things. We're going to have to write an alphabet out, aren't we? Keep the clue, says Silver. Okay. So that's a no. So use the clue, yes or no. Silver says no. Use the clue. Have I got a mirror? No, it's not. They said that he checked. It's not mirror writing. Steve says no. Right. The first and fourth characters are both the same, so they must be P. Yes. No. It is. I mean, it is. The symbols say property of Dr. Blaine. Yeah. Zoology Department. School of Life Sciences, SS. Yeah. Miskatonic University. So it's spending the time to sit down and write it out again. The characters on the left page correspond to the project. Yes, exactly. So you can use that to translate the rest. 100%, Steve. Absolutely can do. If you want me to spend 10 minutes writing it all out. The clue doesn't... Spending the clue doesn't do any good. You still have to work it out. So from that, so once you've worked out this, you then use this to translate all of this. It's a Rosetta Stone, work out the rest. Exactly, yeah. So, do we spend the time doing this? I can get a lined paper and we can draw up an ABCD thing. Yeah, work it out, says Kath. Alright, fine, okay. I will, let me get some lined paper then. There's a notepad sat just here. Oh, what's up there? Okay, come back, notepad. Come back. Do. Notepad, come back. So I've got to try and draw these symbols out then. Okay, fine. Fine. That's not a problem. You've got your copy there. Good. But you guys work on it that end. I'll work on it this end. So we want to go... A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So, we know this is a P. So P kind of goes... 7. R is 7 up. PRO is PROP E R T Y is dot. O, F. F is going to be a C over C. D for doctor. Lump. D, R. B for Blaine, so it's 5 like that. B, L. It's splash, splash, splash. B, L. A. So sort of G. A. I is dot 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 splash L. B L A I N is E. We know it's dot dot dot. What was it? Probably Dr. Blaine. Oh, zoology. So that's Z. So that dot Z O O. Yep, departments and D, E, P, A, R, T, M, E, N, T. There we go, over there. I don't see any other option, to be honest. No, fair enough. Sorry, that's slightly off, isn't it? There we go. That makes it slightly easier. I think the first word is when. Okay. Well, I'm just going to keep going the steps. Department, zoology department. Oh, school. So S is C. Squiggles. K. Fan, ska, swish, swish, swished. O O L O F L I F E S C I E N C E S M I S. Is that K? S K M I S K is square thing up like that. Do bottom miss T O N E U E V E. Yeah. With 3 dots for a full stop. 3 dots for a full stop. Okay, right, so when the moon in darkness dies. Oh, okay, right. So let's go for this. So what's that squiggle? W. Oh, we don't know. Yeah, so, huh? N. T. See you later. It's night night for me, Dan Neasley. Silver, no worries, my darling. See you soon. Hopefully you enjoyed. Do join us again next week. We'll carry on. I'm sorry this bit's a bit slow, but we'll work this out. And what to do is have a look for the VOD and catch up with us next week. And I will send you a link to the Isle of Torment. Okay. So what have you got? So then a new god shall arise. Okay. So you're saying that croissant-y thing is a W, you reckon? Yeah. So T-H-E-N. Oh yeah. Oh, is it one? It's my R. Wait. From. One from. From 3. Yeah. 1 from 3. One from three shall claim the... From three shall claim the prize. Yeah. Own one. Called one called from. One from burning. Pit. One. One that. One that. One that seeks. The. One that seeks the veil to split. Child. It. Egg. Lost the child. It's egg. Ugh. So, when the moon in darkness dies, the bells and lights start reminding you of future. Yes. So when the moon in darkness dies, then a new god shall arise. One from three shall claim the prize, one called from the burning pit, one that seeks the veil to split, the last the child its egg forfeit. Ah, oh my god. That's a bit spooky. Oh, what's happened here? There we are. I was going to say, I thought something had gone slightly off. There we are, that's better. My apologies, you've been looking at the bottom of my screen for all this time. Right, so. That sounds right. So. We don't want to spend a clue. We're going to turn to 271, because that was what we agreed. Okay. So, we think we have got what the clue says. So. I have an idea. The proprietor of the old magic shop says. Oh no, hold on, is that right? No. If you want to spend one clue to help you crack the code, turn to 285, not turn to 271. Oh no, we have to. So, if we. We're going to have to spend this clue, I think. So let me just check 285 because I think. Sorry, this is so. You realise that the symbols written under Dr. Blaine's note on the flyleaf are the key to cracking the code. Each one relates to the letter in the same place in the message written in English. Deduct one clue. Having decoded the rest of the text, you will see that some of them are numbers. Could they help you work out where to turn next? If not, turn to 271. So, we need to spend the we need to spend it if you think we can solve it. So we spend the one clue, we turn to 285. We have the option to solve it if we think we can. Do you reckon you have a number? I think we do. I'm just going to underline things. So when the moon in darkness dies, then a new god shall arise. One from three shall claim the prize. One called from the burning pit. One that seeks the veil to split. The last the child its egg forfeit. No, it's 1311. Add them all together. Give me a number. This is a classic. So remember when we tried to do the runes in Beowulf? And it was work out all the letters based on the runes and add them all together and you get a number. So, what number do you reckon we should have? Matt is off to bed. Night night, Matt. See you soon, mate. Thanks for dropping by. Much appreciated. Cat says 6. Is everybody in agreement? Give me a Y if you're happy to go with 6. I am. That logic 6 it is, says Colm. Nathan says yes. I'm not letting my juice go everywhere this time. It's fizzy as. We're right. I've looked. Cheeky. Yes, of course you are. Right. So, the answer is indeed 6. As Kath well knows, I'm just going to remove from our item sheet our one clue. So we're back at 0, I'm afraid. But, here we go. So, the answer is 6. Off to 6 we go. You consider the words of the prophecy. I'm not cheating with salt. Yes, I know. I'm joking. You're not certain what "when the moon in darkness dies" means, but it sounds ominous, and "then a new god shall arise" sounds even worse. Combined with "one from three shall claim the prize" makes you wonder if there are three factions working to bring the prophecy about. And what could that mean for Arkham? Take the secret, Hidden 4. Well done. Hidden 4. Could Dr. Blaine have been involved with one of those factions? And if he was, does that mean this Professor Nidus is as well? Perhaps that was what they were arguing about, but he has also had his doubts about Dr. Wow, the astrophysicist. What part does he have to play in all of this? Considering Dr. Blaine is out of the picture, if you're going to get to the bottom of what actually happened to him, you're going to need to investigate his rivals, Professor Nidus and Dr. Wow, or Dr. War. Which of them do you wish to look into first? War as in Evelyn War. Do you want to go to see Professor Nidus or Dr. War? So P for Professor, D for Doctor. That's the easiest way to do it. Nidus, I think, is the spiky-haired woman. I'm not sure. So if anything, she's better than he was, because she's a professor and he's just a doctor. What do you reckon? Wow. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Exactly. P for Professor, W for Wow, D for Doctor. What he said. Oh, you want to go for war? The dark old ones come from beyond the stars, so an astrophysicist might have discovered them. So there we go. So that's Dr. War then. It's very possible. Cat's going with the Doctor. The good Doctor. But is he a good Doctor? Who knows? Let's go with the Doctor. War. Who good God, Joe? Is this too plinky plonky? Is it more piano than music box? Let us move on anyway. Music for a serial killer to hunt you. Whoa, excellent. Is that two choosing to go for Doctor? So let's go to see the Doctor then. Right. So Dr. War, then 155. Let's see whether he is good for nothing. Astrophysics comes under the remit of the Department of Physics. Nathan wasn't keen on the plinky plonk ones. No, that's fine. That's why I thought I'd move on. But it's effectively its own department, with the offices of the faculty being found in the Warren Observatory. Everybody else has fallen asleep, very possibly, or just gone away. Miskatonic University may be an ancient institution of long standing, and much of it might seem like it's trapped in the 19th century, but it is still a growing organisation. The General Warren Astronomical Observatory is at its latest edition. The Gerald Warren Astronomical Observatory is its latest edition. The building stands atop Crane Hill and looks not unlike a squat Art Nouveau lighthouse, surmounted by a hemispherical dome. The observatory overlooks all of Arkham, but those who use its great telescope and other measuring devices are not interested in enjoying the vista. Their attentions are focused on the heavens. Busy as usual, poor Steve, yes. There are several lights on in the building, and upon entering you are greeted by a receptionist sitting behind a solid mahogany counter. When she asks what business you have there, you ask where you might find Dr. War. I believe he was scheduled to use the telescope this evening, the receptionist replies, but if he's not there, you'll probably find him in his office. Where do you wish to start your search for Dr. War? Do you wish to head to his office, or rather look for him in the observatory dome. O for office, D for dome. Dome, says Steve. Observatory dome, definitely. I love a telescope. D for dome, says Nathan. Marvellous. Well, that'll do, I think. Three positives for the dome. Let's... to the dome! Leave Mumsy behind. 97. Greenwich Observatory is quite cool, if you ever get a chance to go and see. I remember going to the London Planetarium with school when I was a kid. It was very cool. We went to the Liverpool Planetarium in the museum. That was quite cool. 97. It would seem most sensible for you to look for Dr. War in the dome, especially if he was booked in to use the telescope this evening. Making your way through the observatory, you soon find yourself standing inside the observatory proper. A grand wrought-iron staircase leads up to the platform on which stands the impressive telescope. There's a distinct chill in the air because the dome is partially open so that the night sky can be viewed through the telescope. Clattering sound sends you climbing the staircase to the telescope platform, but there's no one there. There is a workstation next to the telescope, a desk strewn with charts, pieces of paper, and covered in scribble notes and slim pamphlets, and you can't shake the feeling that someone has been here recently. Do you wish to make a thorough search of the area to see what you might be able to find, or do you wish to have a look through the viewfinder of the telescope whilst you're here? Yeah, all the clock stuff was pretty. I loved that. That was really good. That's downstairs at the bottom, yeah. Towards the end. Although to be fair, I think there's bits of it strewn all throughout the in the entire building. But just going up to see the up to the copper plate and looking through it, or going up to the observatory was absolutely amazing. Did you get to see the ball drop? Oh, that's cool. That is cool. So, what would you like to do? Would you like to do a thorough search? Or look through the viewfinder? So, S to search, L to look, I think. Let's go that way. Oh, cool. When you reach out, can't shake the feeling. I thought Big Fun were about to start one of their big. No. Kath and Steve both want to have a look through the telescope. We'll probably go to just see how this goes. Maybe run for another 5-10 minutes, and then we'll call it quits for tonight, I think. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. Really enjoying it. I hadn't got here, so you've got further than the branch that I had taken. Look through the observatory. Look through the eye finder. It's why Greenwich is my favourite bit of London. I love Greenwich. Nice place, a nice area to stay as well. Round about. We took that the DLR, yeah. So we stayed just the other side of Greenwich, west of Greenwich, and we took a bus in. It took us about 20 minutes on the bus from where we were staying. But we'd walked it. I mean, we'd walked from there all the way out to Greenwich and back again. Stood in the zero meridian line, it's good fun. It's interesting because it then goes, actually if you follow it, it goes all the way across to the O2. And you can follow the line because if they continue it on the other side of the quay over at the O2 section, and you can follow the meridian right through the O2 as well. It's very clever. Sadly, we didn't get to go on the overhead. That would have been. I'd like to have gone on that. But no, Greenwich is a lovely place to stay, and Woolwich is as well. Actually, if you go out to Arsenal, to where the Gunners' original football stadium was, it's very nice out there. Love walking around there too, and through the foot tunnel onto the Isle of Dogs and up to... Yeah, absolutely, yeah. There's no such thing as a 0 degrees TVS or a 0 degrees southern. But there should be. There should be. Right, let's have a look through the viewfinder and see what we can see. Oh, is it going to be a giant eye staring back at us? Let's find out. Oh, right, okay. 76. Unable to overcome. I didn't realise the line carried on. We'll have to go back and follow it next time. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Well, I think they've done it as a part of modern, modern London, is to carry it on over the other side of the river. It's pretty cool. Unable to overcome your natural curiosity, you lean forward and put your eye to the eyepiece. You do not touch any of the sensitive knurled calibration controls, but wait for a moment. At first, you think your eye is not yet adjusted to the focus, as you can see nothing through the viewfinder, but blinking and waiting doesn't make any difference. You look up to check that the dome is open and that the telescope is indeed pointing at the night sky. Only then do you peer into the viewfinder again, but still, you can see nothing. No, you're absolutely fine. We're at an observatory. We're looking through the telescope. We've decided to go and follow up on Evil and War. There are no clouds obscuring this patch of sky at present, and you would expect to see a smattering of stars, if not the planets or even a shooting star. The total absence of anything makes you uneasy. Make a self-control test. Roll 1 die and add your willpower. You may spend 1 resource to roll 2 dice and pick the highest. What's the result? We don't know. So willpower is currently 5. We roll 1 die. The answer is a 4, which gives us a 9. Which means it's a total of 8 or more, and we turn to 38. Bringing yourself upright again. I've been constipated all week because of my painkillers. Oh, love. Well, at least you've gone now. That's good. You've stared into the void and it has stared back at you. Bringing yourself upright again, you break eye contact with the inescapable void and put burgeoning thoughts of cosmic entropy and the end of all things from your mind by focusing on the here and now. You are seeking a Dr. War, and so far you've failed to find him, but you know what he was looking at through the telescope, and you know how it made you feel. How would it make you feel if you gazed at that same empty spot in the sky, hour after hour, night after night? Take +1 willpower and +1 clue. So, back up to 1 clue, and our willpower has gone up to 6. Go us! Yep, business as usual. Turning to 170. Okay, let's see what this says, and then we'll make that our rough cut-off for tonight, I think. Oh, yes, here we go. This is probably a good place to leave it on. You don't know what it is that alerts you to the arrival of the ethereal visitors. Perhaps it is a subtle change in air temperature, or the caress of an unexpected breeze on your skin, or maybe it's something altogether more esoteric and unknown than that. Nonetheless, whatever the reason, you look up and see something slip into the observatory through the open portion of the dome. You struggle to make out a definitive form, but the impression you get is of a tendril of mist or smoke. But independent of any obvious cloud or flame, as you are already looking in that direction, you catch sight of the second one more easily as it follows its partner into the observatory. This time, you get the impression of a wing-like appendages and a ridge of smoky spines running the length of what you might consider to be its back. Your mind is at once telling you that you are looking at an impossible, but yet at the same time very real presence, and is it your own pervading sense of panic, or are these ethereal entities really projecting an aura of malign intent? What do you wish to do? Flee, stand your ground, or try something else? Ooh. And I think we'll leave it there. Let's leave that decision for next week. Well, I'm enjoying it. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. This is good fun. I like this sort of shit. The void really has looked back and it's sent its minions. Yes, indeed, we are. We are in the thralls of the elder gods. They are coming to get us. You like this one a lot. I'm pleased. I'm pleased. This is a nice. It's nice. So I'm hoping that there's some other bits and pieces coming up that I want to do, which is including the Necronomicon. Like, read the Necronomicon. So yeah, sorry if I seem too quiet. I've been doing a few bits of Colin. Absolutely no problem, mate. As always, the point is, as long as you're happy to hang out here, I'm happy to have you hang out. Simple as, you know. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. It's about being here for you guys if you want us to be here, and if you want to chat, you can chat, and if you don't want to chat, you just want to listen, all is fine, all is well. I'm glad you want to come to it. I'm really enjoying this. Good. I'm pleased. You guys can play at your leisure, but yeah, do join us next week when we will carry on with part 2 of Jonathan Green's The Darkness Over Arkham and Arkham Horror Investigators Gamebook The Thirst by Aconyte in this country. Available from all good book retailers. Go independent if you can, from the 18th of July this year. Go find it. It's out there. You can pre-order now from all of the major bookshops. But yeah, go and get it. It's good fun. Appreciate you allowing us to join you. Take care, everyone. Says Colin, and please stay safe and sleep well. Yes, no, please do. As always, if you've enjoyed this and you're watching the VOD, please give us a follow. It's all appreciated. We're on 99 followers. Yay. One more to 100. Wow. It's only taken 2 years. I also, if you're listening to this, I'm going to put this up on YouTube. I've decided. So if you're listening to this or watching this on YouTube, do the old what is this going to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, blah blah blah. Leave a comment. Hell yeah, leave a comment. Why not? Try not to have nightmares, everyone. Indeed. Nathan says we may not be around next week as we'll be down in that there Cornwall, although I'm taking my laptop with me for quiz reasons, so we may well be in. Well, I hope you are. But if you're not, give that there amazing bug a big cuddle from all of us, and we will see you at some point down the line. Failing that, go have a fantastic weekend. I will be back on Monday. Finally, digging my way out from underneath a big pile of rocks that I left myself under last week in Minecraft. So yeah, yeah, we want postcards. And we want to go to Cornwall. We all want to go to Cornwall. We should organise that for next year. Big recce down to Cornwall next year. 12, 13, 14 months to get it organised. Why the hell not? We should do that. Let's all head off. Let's have a big Barney down in Cornwall next year. That'd be a laugh. That'd be awesome. It would be awesome. I think it'd be fantastic. It's worth it. It's worth a think. Anyway, go have a fantastic weekend. I will catch you all Monday if I don't see you before that. Friday night, go and have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you soon. Yeah, I like the idea of this. Fantastic. Carnage in Cornwall. Hey, but go and stay at go and stay at the campsite again. Or go and hire a big Airbnb. Oh, well, no, actually, yes, you're right, Kath. A big Airbnb is way much better. Way much better idea. Okay. Go, have fun, love you all,